This is my natural me. No mirrors for me. This camera is my mirror, and it's actually quite scary sometimes. Woo! Anyhow, time to brush my hair. Try to fit it in with all those projects I've got going on. Maybe I'll get to it. All right, so it is Canadian Thanksgiving weekend. I don't normally really make a big deal of it. I don't know. Maybe that's a lie. I sort of do make a big deal of it because I do end up making food and I do end up going over and beyond. So it means something to me. Thanksgiving is a moment in the year where you're truly supposed to be fixating on your blessings and fixating on God, what He has provided for you and to everyone. And you need to be appreciated, and you need to appreciative, and you need to acknowledge those things. You need to praise thanks. You need to share, and you need to offer some to God. And who is God, right? That's the big question. Who do we give and share when we want to make a burnt offering to God? Do we just like burn it and toss it to the trash, toss it to the wolf? Like, how does that work? How does one offer something to God? So that's on my heart. That's what I'm wondering about right now. I try not to... Oh, the light's a little bad there with the sunlight. Sorry. I try not to stress myself too much. I don't necessarily want to feel like I'm not doing the right thing, but I don't want to just deny myself and pretend that I know what I'm doing and say that I'm doing the right thing or anything like that. Like, I'm a sinner. I'm working towards worthiness. I still don't think I'm worthy enough. I feel like I have so much more to offer God, prove to God, make up for so much wrongdoings. And anyhow, okay, so I have a rainy day on my hands today, so that is going to help me focus so I don't have to step outside as much. I don't have to go check on the garden. Well, I could if I wanted to get a little wet, but I'm not going to. I see my garden through my window. I walked through it the other day. So the kids are not going to go play outside, so it's going to be an indoor day. So that's going to keep me inside, focused a little more. I already got my dishes done. I got breakfast, lunch cooking. I'm making some oats with apples and dried raisins for the kids for their breakfast lunch. They get up really late in the morning, so it's always like a brunch type of lunch that they have as a breakfast. Then we have a snack in the mid-afternoon. Then I make their dinner at like 5-6 o'clock, and then I make mommy and daddy's dinner when the sun is down and it's like way late at night. Papa Bear works until, the evening of the hours. He gets home and it's sort of, the day's gone. So I work with the sunlight. I don't necessarily have a clock that I focus on. So I'm always, I have structure when I have structure when it comes to knowing what I need to do. But do I have structure with a bullet point of what time I need to do those things? No, I don't give that stress to myself. The only time frame stress that I do give myself is when I buy packaged meats. They have an expiry date on them, and you need to process that food, before it goes bad. So those are the dates and time that I will have to focus on. Okay. So saying that, today I am tackling a few of the things I need to do on that massive list of like 20 something things that I need to do. So I am currently laying out the spices that I need to measure out to make my breakfast sausage patty. So, I do eat pork. I eat pork with the uneasy feeling of maybe it's wrong. So, Old Testament, New Testament. I'm looking for some guidance, open to opinions. Please do share. Please do tell me what I should be or should not be doing. I will interpretate it to myself. Throw in some Bible verses in there for me if you want to. I will actually read them. I never really know what I should be reading in the Bible when it comes to that, and sometimes I like to Google things on the internet, but I feel like the internet always lies, right? So it's like, how can I know that even the internet's giving me the right answers to what I should be finding in the Bible? Also, there are so many versions of the Bible. How do you even know what's real, what's not, right? So you got to take a little bit of everything, right? I don't know. I don't want to go to hell, yo. Who does, right? Okay, I'm babbling a little bit today. So, sausage patty is my first task. This is it. So, what do we need? Breakfast sausage patties. This is the instructions that I use. This is the basic instruction. And what I use is 3 times this amount because I buy a giant tub of lean ground pork from Costco. So this is 3 times this amount, which is this here. So we need red pepper flakes, cayenne pepper, nutmeg, old-fashioned brown sugar, rosemary, thyme, sage, pepper. I have my mill and salt. So I'm going to be grinding down the rosemary and the thyme and the peppercorns in my little grinder until it's nicely minced. And I'm going to actually do that to the flakes as well, so that the flakes are not in an entire flake. It needs to be cracked half, 1/4 type size flake. My toddlers, they eat this. They love this sausage patty. They would just like eat all that all the time. So I try to make sure that they don't get into a big bite of red pepper flakes, sorry. And I go easy on the cayenne as well. So it says that I'm going to need 1.5 teaspoons of cayenne pepper. I'm going to be doing like 3/4 of 1 tablespoon. I'm going to do 3/4 of like 1 teaspoon. And then I'm going to do like 3/4 full of the half a teaspoon of. So I'm not leveling it to the spoon top. I'm just going to like short it just a tiny little bit. So it's probably going to end up being just 1 teaspoon instead of 1.5. So that's smarter of me to say, right? Okay. So I'm going to get all those spices grounded up, measured out, placed in my bowl. I'm leaving my ground beef out on the counter in the meantime, so that when I'm done my pork, I'm going to be browning my ground beef, because I am going to be canning my ground beef. I've went through, I think, 4 or 5 of them recently, as we were just eating in the last 2 months. So I have to restock my shelf for the winter, make sure that I have a good amount of ground beef. Okay, so what I'm going to do, are my famous 1.5 paint. I have, what, it's 6.9. I have those. Okay. And I have 3 kilos of ground beef to work with. That's going to be yummy. I'm going to be leaving this flat of chicken eggs out on the counter for 1 entire day before I hard boil them. The reason why you do that with an egg, to do hard boiled egg, you want Mama to check on your oatmeal? Okay. So the reason why you do that with hard boiled egg is that when it stays out on the counter, it ages and it builds a bit of a gas. And that gas is going to, oh my, what is this? That gas is going to help make the shell come off the egg in a easier fashion, cleaner fashion, so that you have a smooth egg when you peel it. Because you don't want to damage your egg when you put it in the brine. I'm putting my eggs on the counter. I'm a bit of an anemic individual, and I need to eat on a very regular basis to maintain my, I guess, my sugar level. I guess that's the byproduct of being addicted to the refined sugar that, you know, they've created and implied in our lives and have intoxicated our bodies with. So I have to deal with that. So eating hard-boiled eggs once in a while throughout the day actually helps me feel way better. I feel strong, feel focused. So, yeah, eggs, they are the best. So I'm going to be doing that. I'm going to ground the beef. I'm going to do the pork. I'm going to prepare my pizza dough and put it in a Ziploc bag so it sits in the fridge until tomorrow, because tomorrow is pizza day. What else am I doing today? I think that would be it. All right. So I have to go shopping as well. So there's some shopping to do. And I have to get some cranberries because it's turkey time. We need to pack up some cranberries. We used it all. We eat cranberry jelly on everything. When we cook up some of our own little quails, we eat cranberry jelly like crazy. But this year I made pepper jelly, so that's even more tasty. Okay, I gotta go.